Hey everybody, so I'm here in Jewel Cave National Monument, South Dakota. So Jewel Cave is one of the longest cave systems in the world. It's currently at about 200 miles of passages that they've explored, and they have figured that that's about 5% of what actually exists. They think it's much larger than 200 miles of passages, and they know that from so the cave breathes. Depending on what the air pressure is outside, air is either going into or out of the cave, and based on the volume of air that they've measured going in and out of the cave would have to be much larger in volume than what they know exists. So from that, they've extrapolated like how much larger the cave must be in order to move that much air. And yeah, 200 miles and only 5%, so it's quite a bit. But in a little bit, I'm going to be doing the Scenic Tour, which lasts about an hour and a half and takes you on a half-mile loop. It's a guided ranger tour. It's one of the tourist-friendly tours, you know, the paved paths and stairs and all that through the cave and lights and whatever. But then in a few days, I'll be back here to do a wild cave tour. And that's where you're going to be in a hard hat and headlamp and belly crawling and fitting through tight spaces. In fact, they have a cement block down at the visitor center that you have to fit through in order to go on the tour. If you don't fit through the block, you don't go on the tour, period. So I'm going to try that in a minute, and then do the Scenic Tour. Chest might be too big.
Oh no. Try it on your back. See if it works better that way. Sliding in. Or you could try feet first.
Lazy limestone layer that the cave exists within. It's been given the modern day name of Pahasapa limestone, Black Hills limestone. It's about 500 feet thick. So generating what would become called the Black Hills uplift, forcing magma up toward the surface, and in some cases that magma penetrated the limestone and hardened and became the granite core of the Black Hills. Not much more Crazy Horse, the Needles. What Wind Cave is most noted for. Their box work is much more impressive than a little bit of sampling. It develops by water passing down the outside of it, leaving minute amount of calcite behind, allowing it to grow and limp. When it drifts to the floor, this again will give you some light there, Bryson, by going up the stairs, down the stairs, across and south. I'll catch up with you there. Where's home for you folks? I would not have wanted to be here if it came down. It's where water has consistently dripped over time and drilled holes in the cave floor, and about the size of a silver dollar. And where the water has splashed out, it's building up cave popcorn. Feet long, foot wide, clearing stick, blah, blah, blah. And it's considered, it's really technically a drapery.
Drapery,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, so I just got back from the Scenic Tour, and it was really interesting. I saw a lot of cool formations, the cave popcorn, bacon, stalagmites, stalactites, crystals, all kinds of stuff. It's really cool. Some box work. The ranger guide was very knowledgeable and fun. He let me be the caboose of the group, so I was the last one through, and so he knew when he saw me, he could continue at the next stop. So that was fun. And I also tried going through the cement block for the Wild Cave Tour. My rib cage is a lot bigger than I thought it was. I made it, but it was really tight. Like, I had to exhale to get through it. Not too bad. I actually tried it a couple times, and the first time I had to move my belt buckle because my belt buckle was snagging on it. But yeah, so I think I'll be okay for the Wild Cave Tour. We'll see. I won't have any video of myself that I shoot on the Wild Cave because you're not allowed to take basically anything with you. So the ranger, I guess, might take some pictures and stuff, but hopefully we'll get something from that as well. So that was a little bit of the Scenic Tour, and I'll get back to you on Saturday with the Wild Cave Tour. Alright, so it's Saturday, and I'm back at Jewel Cave, and I just got off the Wild Cave Tour, and it was pretty awesome. It was about 4 hours long, and it was crazy. There's lots of belly crawling, lots of really, really tight spaces. The 8.5 inch by 24 inch opening was real. Got really dirty. Here's my pants. And the backside. So those will be going in the garbage. That was a lot of fun. Glad I did it. I couldn't take video, so the ranger took a few shots of us, and they'll send us some pictures of the cave of that tour. So I'll play those right now. Alright, so that'll wrap it up for Jewel Cave National Monument. It was a lot of fun. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.